Sorry, that got interrupted. When you believe you're in a position that you don't want to be in, you need to change it and do the thing that you believe is the right thing. Because not everyone is out to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to want to move things, manipulate. It's a normal part of being a teenager and an adult. Everyone's out for their own thing. And the dark part of that is they won't admit it. They won't. Yeah, there are selfless people out there, but you'll know it based off of how they talk and how they are with you and the way small things about them that contribute to what you believe in who they are. I wish I could reach more people and tell you that you're not wrong when you feel something is wrong. You can enter a room and just know that there was an argument. You can walk into a room and know when someone is sad. You see it on their face, you see it in the body language of the person who's probably not in a good state of mind, probably drinking or just angry. And it's fine to say that it's not them, it's what they do. I've had an alcoholic in my life. I've had a drug abuser in my life. And it's their way of escaping an actual problem that they don't know how to talk about. Drinking isn't their problem, it's their escape, it's their coping. And addiction comes in many forms. It's not always drugs or alcohol. It can be someone who's obsessed with video games. It can be somebody who's obsessed with whatever they're passionate about. There are people in this world who are probably spending every dollar and dime on making quality content, YouTubes, Twitches, because that is their escape. Is what they're. It can also just be what they're passionate about. It can be their job. There's so much to a person's life, and you only get to see one moment and 1 second of it. And whatever's going on, if you're having a bad day, maybe they're having a bad day, and two people having a bad day just makes it worse. That's why you'll see so many people or hear so many from different places and things to fake being happy. The science behind it is there. It's because you fake it until it becomes it. It's the law of attraction in its most simplistic form. It's not about covering your depression. It's like the 1% of every effort you could ever put into. Why would you hold on to a drink in your hand? Let's say this drink in your hand is everything that you do that is bad for you, but you do it anyway because you think it is good. That's addiction. It's also dependency. And when you do that, you're also taking away connection to the people around you. You're taking away connection to your pets, your family, the people you live with, whoever is important to you. I can't say everything's gonna be okay. But I can tell you that 1% is faking being happy, thinking of whatever it is you want to actually think about. You need to put your head somewhere else. Because no one's gonna do it for you. No one. If you've ever heard the saying that you are responsible for your own happiness, it's because no one's going to force you to pick up a pen and paper and say, tell me what makes you happy. Write what makes you happy. Where do you want to... You could probably see that I'm right now giving you a double-edged sword, right? It's a good thing to be obsessed with what you're passionate about. Go ahead and do it. That's what you need to do. You need to fill yourself because no one else will fill you. Be happy and pursue the things that make you happy, whether it be content creation, writing, going for a walk and just being by yourself, playing with your pets, cleaning. But at the same time, if you do it too much, again, you chisel away slowly at the connections you've established in your life. And there is a fine line of calling these things addictions from a hobby or partial interest. And I'm sure there are people out there who could give you this video of me just trying to talk, and they could use it to manipulate or to take like maybe a small piece of what I'm saying to make you do even just a little bit differently of what it is you're doing. Manipulating doesn't gotta be a bad thing. There are people in this world that do it for good. I consider myself to be that person. Can I give an example? Not really. No, I say that because I don't believe in manipulating is helpful, necessarily. And I just admitted that I'm guilty for it. I'm a hypocrite? Maybe. Let me express to you that when you get a glimpse of a person, every stranger you meet, every random average Joe or just, John Doe, whoever, you don't see everything they've done and everything they're doing to write off all the bad. We are all repenting in our own little ways. You don't have to be religious to repent. You're just trying to do better than what you've already done. And that doesn't even have to mean you're a bad person. See, life is this funny thing where everything you say and do can be righted and wronged. But the grander picture here, for example, you can wrong one person, but it rights millions of others. Like taxes, for example, when you pay, federal, local, or state, that goes into road repairs, and road repairs keep thousands of people able to use roads and get to their jobs or see their cared for people, and we all hate it. I mean, I do. But it was the only thing I could think of. There are better examples. There are better examples. Anyway, I didn't even talk about what I wanted to talk about because I'm not laser focused. I'm not laser focused at all. In fact, I started making this video when I was ready to take a nap. And then I wanted to play some music and maybe sing a little bit. And instead, I've been playing the same song in the background. It probably sounds sad, but I'm not in a sad mood. I like the vibe of what is sadness. I'm sure there are other people that get it. And then there are other people that have to change it. They have to be happy. They have to listen to music that brings them up, because that makes them feel better. Who wants to not feel better? Me feeling better is listening to this lower vibe. sad stuff. It reminds me of everything I've accomplished. And that's because I associate my pain, although it might be in sad songs, the mood, the tone, how it's presented. And then I flip it, like I'm happy for what I've been through. It is essentially my power. Everything I've endured is only one more thing to be happy about. That I'm okay. That I'm breathing, I'm healthy. I support myself, my loved ones. And I wish that on everybody. To find peace in yourself and the things around you. In your pets. Or in your writing. Being a content creator. Being a musician. It's okay to escape. It's okay to be addicted. It's okay to be connected to only you and disconnect from the rest of the world. Just come back to us. We love you. We know what it's like to struggle. We're all human and we all make mistakes. I just want to be one of them people personally that is here for everybody. I've been through a lot. I know there's a lot of people out there going through worse. And a lot of people that go through life easier than me. Life is yours. Life is valuable. And you need to respect that it's something you need to care for yourself before you put anyone else's hands over your heart and your mind. I can only reach one person at a time. And I hope that suffering only gets easier. More people need to be able to escape whatever their situation is. So the next time you look at someone and judge them, judge yourself too. We're all guilty and we're all innocent. We're just in different phases and different stages. Every person is educated differently because our life, it's in a tiny little pocket compared to the entirety of everything. We only get to experience 1% of our life. Could you imagine if you every day read a book about someone else's life? Could you imagine taking on their pain and their experiences as your own? That was me as a kid. I would read fantasy stories and then I would feel the empathic pain of the characters I would read. It's like accepting pain you don't even own. When you watch TV, you're doing the same thing. When you play games, you're doing the same thing. It's okay to do those things. It's okay to do a little bit of anything you want to do. But don't treat people with disrespect. I want you to pay attention. I want you to pay attention to what you're talking to yourself when you're by yourself, before you're going to bed, before you're talking to the person in front of you. Judge yourself. Because you are no better than anybody to be some judiciary. No one is entitled to feeling better than anybody ever. And I'm one to talk because I used to think I was better than other people just because I had more information, because I felt more educated, or because I was more privileged. But I've learned a lot. A lot. It doesn't matter what you know. It doesn't matter what you do. You are still a kid on this planet. We're all kids because we've all been given life. That is a blessing. Even if it hurts. We've been normalized into so many comfortable things. We have homes. There are people out there that don't have it, and they still get by, and they can still be happier than we are. We are very privileged. We take a lot for granted. And if anything I say here can make anybody... Because, that's what life is, anyways. Life is a series of manipulations. It doesn't matter if it's a good or bad thing. It's just, what are you going to do? Is it going to be for what you perceive as a moral, good thing? Or a selfish thing? Is it helping you or a lot of people? Or both? Power is the funny thing. I just wish people would use it in a way that just has more compassion. You ain't gotta be rude. When you gotta say something that hurts, at least use your tone to not sound like a violent person. Because when you come off that way, you damage kids. You make us feel worthless. Or that we will never do anything. Or accomplish anything. Or every effort we put out will never matter. We're all kids because we were all born into this world, but we all treat each other differently just because we think, or because we believe, we've convinced ourselves that every person has some sort of different status based off of looks or status or career or social circumstances. Maybe you're better off than somebody else, so you have a different opinion. Maybe they've made a bad decision, so you think they're all crap. I've gotten so sidetracked. That it sounds like I have no point here. Just live your life. Do what you want. But try to have more warmth. Lower your voice. Actually try to make your words simple for the person in front of you. Don't put yourself on a pedestal. Don't put them on a pedestal. If that's possible. I'm not sure. I'm still learning myself. I want there to be more relatability universally. Is that such a problem? I've felt wronged for a long time, and I've thought, yeah, I could do this, I could do that, I could get justification, but that's putting them down and that's putting me up on a pedestal at the same time. And I find that it's not really the right thing, because I've done things wrong, they've done things wrong. We've not really communicated about the articulate details, and so that in itself is wrong. But I find, just doing my thing, going in my direction, I'm not hurting you no more. You might feel abandoned or ghosted and all that, but you know what? There are some people in this life that are just more toxic than they are worth. And when I say you gotta do something for yourself, you gotta take care of yourself. Sometimes you gotta put yourself up on that pedestal because no one else is, right? If everyone's talking you down, you gotta at least be the one person that puts you up. See, life is a really weird balancing game. You gotta be able to discern all of these different things that conflict. Imagine what it's like having this space in here when I've already showed you all the different things that can conflict. And that's just this amount of portioning of things. I have a lot of mental conflict. And I know you do. Somebody does. But I really hope you get what I'm saying. And that you apply to yourself what you're doing. Talk lower. Be logical, but show that you care. You don't have to raise your voice ever. You ain't gotta be rude. You just gotta be assertive. You just you know what? Don't even care about anything I said. I don't care. I ain't trying to change you. I'm just trying to express myself and leave it there for the world to see. And that's what we're all doing. It's what a content creator is, right? I don't really classify myself as that, but I'm just your typical average Joe, and I want people to just live a life. And if I can make it better, sure, go ahead. Just listen to what I gotta say, and maybe by the end of it, this is probably something I should have put at the beginning. Listen to it or don't. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, you're gonna use your time however you want. So if you didn't finish this, whatever. But if you did, thank you for staying. You don't gotta like, you don't gotta subscribe. But you can leave a comment on your thoughts and opinions and any suggestions you'd like to see in further videos. Or, just talk to me. That's all I want, is more people to talk to. I've let a lot of people go. And I'm looking for a sense of community here. So, have a good day. Having a good day with cleaning, singing, dancing, enjoying life. Playing some Far Cry 5. Good day.